Welcome back. So let's continue with Python. So what actions can we carry out on a string? What can we do to a string? Well, we already saw a bit of that last week. So if you recall, we can glue strings together. And if you recall, the glue operator or the concatenation is the plus sign. So don't confuse this with mathematical plus. This is just simply gluing text together. So we could say Monty Python. And what that's going to do is it's going to put those two words together. However, there's not going to be a space in the middle. So in order to have a space in the middle, you either have to put a space after the Y or before the P. And that's called concatenation. That's one of the things you can do with strings. There are other things we can do with strings, and let's take a quick look at some of those other possibilities. Okay, so if we have any string, okay, so let me go ahead and put Monty back in there. Okay, we can look at the length of the string. So if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we were to do a length of Monty, we would get a numeric value returned to us, which is the length, L-E-N or length. If we apply the lower method, okay, a method is just another name for an operation or something we're going to do. Okay, so if we apply the lower method to Monty, well, the result is we're going to get Monty, all in lowercase. And not too surprisingly, if we apply upper, Monty will be returned to us on the console in uppercase. And string is an interesting one. String, okay, if we print a number, okay, so print 17, we're going to see 17 on the screen. But if we do print and we convert 17, now remember 17 is a numeric data type, but we can convert it to a string. We will see the exact same thing resulting 17. But the difference is in the first case, that's a number that's being returned to us. In the second case, it is a string. So let me write that out. Number, string. So don't be deceived by appearances. Both commands return the same result, but in the first case, it will be a number, and in the second case, it will be a string data type. So let's go through this in our assignment. So in line 1, let me just do a quick reload here. So on line 1, we want to define a variable called parrot. So I'm going to just simply double click on it and copy and paste that in. So what does that equal? That equals the following variable, Norwegian bluebird. So let's see what we're going to do with Norwegian bluebird. We are going to apply a method to it. We're going to apply the len or length. So let's copy that in. Okay, and we'll take a close look at this in Notepad so we can see it clearly. So we have a variable equal to the following string, and now we're applying a string method, the length, how many letters, how many characters are in there, and we can see there are 6, nope, there are more than 6 characters. If we go to the parent variable, we can count, and this is the number of variables. So I'm going to estimate that somewhere between 12 and 15, and once we run it, we'll see exactly how many characters are in there or the length of Norwegian blue. So let's click run, and we see the number 14, and I'm sure if you count, indeed, you will find 14 characters. So that's the length method. That's just an operation that we can carry out on a string or a variable holding that string. Now we're going to apply the lower method. So for example, now there's a different syntax here. There's a different way of writing it out. If you look at the previous example, okay, we just simply wrote out the method, and inside it we wrote what we want to apply the method to. So in this case, the length method is being applied to parrot inside brackets. There's more than one way of writing or applying a method. So if you look at the next example, we have a string Ryan, and after it we have a dot. Okay, so that dot is really important, and we're applying the same lower method. So let me copy that in so you can see it clearly. So we have, we have a string Ryan, and we're going to do something to it. We're going to convert it all to lowercase. We're going to get Ryan spelt as follows. So there's more than one way to type out a string. So let's go ahead and apply the lower method to parrot and print it on line 3 of the editor. Okay, so we're going to type parrot dot, and the method we're applying is lower. So don't forget the dot. You put a dot between the string or the variable holding the string and the method that you are applying. And if you look on the right hand side, it is now all written in lowercase. So the capital N is now gone. So let's continue to the next one. So now we're doing a very similar exercise. We're applying upper instead. So let's type upper. And inside the variable parrot, we're holding Norwegian blue, so now we are expecting that to convert it all to uppercase, and we made a mistake here. So let's take a quick look, and maybe we can, oh yes, I reversed the order. Yes, the variable has to come first. My apology, it's still early in the morning, and my wife has not brought me my coffee. So we have the parrot variable, which is holding the following string, and we're going to convert that all to uppercase. And there it is, Norwegian blue, all in uppercase. And in in section 8, we're going to use the string method to convert a number to a string. So let's go ahead and see what we need to do. So we're going to declare pi on line 4. So here's line 4 equals, and the value for pi is 3.14. Now, if I was to go ahead and say print pi, okay, I'm going to get the number right there. Okay, however, it is just printing a string. I typed print 2 times. Let me try that again. Run. So it gives me the result. That's the result I want on the screen. However, that's a number. Right now we don't want a number. We want a string. So we need to convert that using the string method. So let's type the string method first, and we will apply it to the variable pi. Now, if you look, we're going to get the exact same result, but this time it is a text that's being returned to us and not a number.